What is going on, everybody? It is Alchemy, and today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PS5 coming out very soon, and I cannot freaking wait for this game to come out. I've literally been waiting for like some sequel or some continuation of the Spider-Man universe for Sony for the Sony exclusives for like so long, and I literally just want the game right now, because that's how I felt about Spider-Man PS4 when it first came out. I literally kept talking about Insomniac giving us like an early version or like a demo or just like something, because we needed it. We needed it so badly. I honestly am excited for this game to come out, and literally I'm kind of excited to see what exactly they're going to do for Miles Morales in general. But before I get ahead of myself, I'm going to talk about some few points that I want to talk about. This is mainly just stuff that I kind of want the game to do. Like I said, it's totally not up to me. I don't make the story. I'm not running the game. I'm not running the game development. I'm not running the story development. I'm not the creative director or anything. I just want to talk about some points and some things that I hope to see in this game coming along. So yeah, let's talk about it real quick. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is Miles Morales himself. I think, honestly, he's just a cool character to make a story off of. I think when I first read the Miles Morales comics, he's possibly one of the best guys as far as, like, story-wise. I think he had one of the most best-written stories, that's a sentence, the best-written stories out of the Spider-Man universe ever. For me, he was just very relatable. He's sort of like Peter Parker, but a little bit different. I know people were crucifying me about that, but I always found him a little bit similar, but he has his differences, and he's still an outcast. He's still not too shy off. He's not like freak or like a nerd, but he's just like, he's just not really out there. He's not popular. He's not, top of his class. He's not like known around. He's just Miles. He's not really the best guy to, be like a popular dude. So I can attest to that. But mainly what is just really cool about him is that how things tie in with his family. That's something that Peter had as well, but how things tie in with his family. Like one of his main villains is actually his uncle, and that's what the cool thing about it is. And I really hope that like maybe they kind of dig deeper into his family. As if you guys haven't known, in Spider-Man PS4, Miles' dad passed away. So I think that's a good start. His father's death is something for him to live up to as well. And I also want to see more of his mom. I want to see more of his mom. I want to see their relationship, their chemistry between each other, and how they are dealing with living without their father and husband. I really want to see that, and how that's going to be cool, how that's going to drive Miles to be who he wants to be. I did mention his uncle was a villain, and that's my next point, is that I kind of want Prowler to be the main villain. Please. If that's not a thing that you guys don't want to do, okay, I can totally understand. Green Goblin wasn't really the main villain in Spider-Man PS4, so I can totally understand. But I do hope to see like some version of Prowler, his uncle, because I know his uncle. It's got to be definite that his uncle's going to be in the story. Maybe like not like a big part, or maybe just a little bit, or maybe just a Prowler himself would just show up, and then it will get later revealed that that's his uncle. Maybe like Spider-Man 2. Okay, my computer's getting loud. Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? Stop. So it's like really cool that I really want that to happen. I really want something of the Prowler to show up. I really want it to be a dynamic between the two, between Miles and his uncle, and sort of see like that relationship, so that would be really cool to see. Next thing, I want to see the map a little bit bigger, expanded out, not just covering Manhattan. I want to see Brooklyn. As you do know, Miles is from Brooklyn. I want to see him traverse through Manhattan to Brooklyn, and I really want to see that happening. Like I said, they're already taking a new direction as far as having like the snow on the in the world in New York, which is really cool. I think that's gonna look so beautiful, especially on PS5. And I cannot wait to see that. But I do want to see the map be expanded to Brooklyn, because I thought that's what we were going to get in Spider-Man PS4. I thought we were going to go to like different areas other than just Manhattan, but that didn't happen. I thought we were going to go to Queens, but it didn't happen. It's not a huge thing, not something that can it's like deal breaker if they don't do it. I would just like to see it happen. I always thought that would be cool if we were to have that, because it's sort of like the same thing with what's that game called? Amazing Spider-Man 2. As terrible as that game was, I did like the fact that you can go to Peter's home, and it was really cool, because you start to see, like, you really couldn't go outside in Queens, but you saw, like, through the window, you saw like the nice scenery of like the outside streets, and how like much calmer it was from New York. So I just thought that was cool overall. So I would like to see that the map be expanded to Brooklyn. Next point, have select stores to enter to. I think this was really cool, and it takes me back to Spider-Man 2 that was on the GameCube that I used to play. I think that would be really cool if we had select stores to go into, because those stores were just weird. It was just weird. And then sometimes, like, when you go in the stores, like, you would just have a brawl. Like, there would be enemies that would just appear out of nowhere. And I know I feel like that kind of couldn't happen in this game, but whatever, maybe it could, I don't know. But I always thought that was cool. I always thought that was really cool that you can go into select stores. Sometimes you can go into this one store, you can get an upgrade in Spider-Man 2, which was really cool. Hopefully, maybe we can do that, but I know Insomniac has their like own upgrade tree thing, but maybe they can implement that. That would be really cool. I'm not saying they should totally copy Spider-Man 2, but I do think it would be cool to have select stores. It makes the world feel more immersive and more real. And I kind of want that to happen. It's kind of cool. I kind of want, I kind of want that. That's cool. Have the select stores to go into. I really want that to happen. Next is had the gadgets that's catered to Miles' powers. Now, as you know, that Miles has different powers from Peter Parker, of course. He has the Venom Strike, and then the Camouflage. He can basically, blend in with his surroundings, and it's really cool. And I think that's really, really what set Miles apart from Peter. He can basically do everything that Peter does. He just has those separate powers. They did say that they were going to, have that really be big part of the game, because they want to make him feel different from Peter. So if that's the case, I would like to have gadgets that is catered to Miles' powers. I really like that. Something like along the lines of like maybe I don't know, like you have like one gadget that can, Miles can go camouflage, but he can leave like a trail behind, so the enemy thinks that he's right there, but he's not really there. He's going like around him, and he takes them out. I think that would be really cool. Have like really cool gadgets that's catered to his powers. That's one cool thing that can happen. The next thing, just a little cameo of Genki and Kate Bishop. I'm not saying make a whole scene with them or have them be part of the whole story, but I would like to see like a little introduction to them, because they were crucial characters in the comics. And as you know, Kate Bishop was Miles's girlfriend for a while, and then she traded on him, and then she told him that their parents were Hydra. It was a whole thing. Whatever. But Genki, I believe we saw a glimpse of him in Spider-Man PS4. It wasn't really confirmed that was him. It was just maybe that just one of Miles' friends. But if that was him, that would be pretty cool if we get to see him again in this game. Yeah. The next point is have Peter towards the end of the game. I do not want to see Peter until the end of the game. It is said that Peter's not around. He goes somewhere. I don't know where exactly he goes. I don't know if he goes, to... Okay, so, like, there's, like, several theories about this. There's several freaking theories about the whole thing of where Peter is at this time, because Peter tells Miles that he's like, look, I need you to have my back here. I need you to watch over New York as I leave. Now we don't know exactly where he goes, but there's like 3 different theories that people said. One was a theory that he actually goes to California, to San Francisco, to help the Avengers with everything that's going on in the Avengers game. I kind of don't feel like this won't happen because there's different studios working on the game, and I just feel like it's not a thing that's going to happen. I'm not saying I'm doubtful, but I'm just really aware of how studios and copyrights go, and it's going to be kind of hard for Sony to share that copyright with Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix. But that was one of the theories that people said. I do think it's an interesting theory, and I do think it would be really cool, but I don't think it's possible that it can happen. Second theory that they said that Peter went to go look for MJ, and I forgot where she went. She went to a different country, to Somalia or somewhere, Slovenia or whatever. I don't know where she went, but she went somewhere to help that country and report on that country, which is really cool. That happened towards the end of the 3rd DLC, and they were saying that Peter went to go looking for her, which it doesn't give me enough motive for Peter to go and leave. I think he would just wait for MJ to come back. I don't think he would leave New York just for that reason. Because they ended on good terms. It's not like they ended on bad terms and like he wanted to go go look for her. I don't think that's the case. I think he, I don't know. I don't see him leaving New York just to go find MJ. That's not a thing that I think that he would do. The third theory was that there was a comic, the Spider-Geddon comic series is that Peter Parker of Spider-Man PS4 was in that comic series, and he did have to go to a different universe. So that's pretty cool that can kind of connect together, and I kind of hope that's what it is, and I really think that would be cool. But then they would have to include all the other Spider-Mans, and I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if they're going to do a whole Spider-Verse with this franchise. I mean, considering that it's just one character, they could do that and do multiple. I mean, they already have all the suits that you can wear in the game, so it's kind of cool if they did that. But I don't know. Anyway, back to the main point. So I really think it would be cool if they had Peter towards the end of the game, sort of like, you fight your whole way through as Miles, and then at the end, when Miles is beat up and can't beat the final boss, which hopefully will be Prowler, here comes Peter, and he's just like, boom, I'm here, and I'm here to help you out, you're struggling, blah, 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 let's do this. And then it's just like some awesome power-up ending, like sort of how it was at the end of Spider-Verse when Miles and Gwen and Peter were all fighting Doc Ock. That would be really cool if that would be the case. But I do want him towards the end of the game. I don't want to take the shine from Miles, and here's my unpopular opinion, here's my hot take. I felt like they kind of took the shine away from Miles, and they said like, oh, Miles is the main character from Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm just like, is he though? Because you also have Peter, and I just feel like it wasn't really, it was focused on Miles, but it kind of wasn't. And I was like, all right, could have just been Miles, and that's it. It was such a great story from Miles that you can pick from the comic books, but you know what? It's fine. I still love Spider-Verse. I think it was one of the greatest Spider-Man films to date. But yeah, I do hope this will be a Miles-centered story, and I do want to see Peter towards the end. Next point, the music. I just want a sneak peek of the music. I just want one snippet of the main theme, because Lord, was the first theme song the best, or just the music, the soundtrack to Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man PS4. God, gosh, man, that soundtrack is just, it's God tier. I love it. I felt like it was possibly one of the best orchestrated Spider-Man soundtracks ever. Not competing with Spider-Man 2. I do think that was good. I do, but I like this one. This one. Gosh, I can't even explain it. But I do want to sneak peek of this music, and I do want to see, what changes they're gonna do for Miles. Cause I felt like in the trailer they had like a little bit of like an urban feel, and I kind of hope they kind of implement that into the soundtrack, because he's kind of different from Peter. He's not as heroic. He's more so grounded and more urban. He comes from an urban background. I hope they do that. I mean, come on, he's black. You gotta have the black music. You gotta have the hip hop. You gotta have the trap drums. I'm not saying constantly have the trap drums, but you gotta have some implementation of that. So I hope that they do that with the music. But I would love to see a sneak peek of the music and see what changes, or see what remixes they can do from the original, from the Spider-Man PS4 game. But yeah, so I think that's all my points. I think I've hit all my points of what I really want to talk about, and I kind of talked about mainly touch around those bases. And I'm just ultimately just excited for Spider-Man Miles Morales. I literally cannot wait for this game to come out. I think I'm more excited for this game more than the PS5 itself, the actual console it's on. Also, one cool thing is that they actually released what the box art is supposed to look for a PS5, and the first game they showed it on was Spider-Man Miles Morales, which I thought was really cool. I kind of wish that they just did an all-white box instead of having the white PS5 logo and then the blue banner around the case. I kind of wish it was just all white. They just went all out and just all white. I really wish that would happen, but I think it looks cool. I think the box art for the game itself is really cool. It's really similar to the Spider-Man PS4, just with a little added twist for Miles, and I kind of like that. Yeah, like I said, I'm really excited for this game. I cannot wait for it to come out. I cannot wait for me to cop my PS5 and then go cop a copy of Spider-Man Miles Morales and go on hours of playing this game, just like I did Spider-Man PS4. So yeah, and I want to do like live streams again, just like I did for Spider-Man PS4 on YouTube, and I want to stream this game, and I want you guys to experience it with me as I experience it for my first time. Sorry, that was a swallow. Oh my gosh, that hurt. But anyway, guys, if you guys have any ideas that you want to throw down in the comments, you guys can definitely do that. If you guys want to say like some things that you want to see, you guys can definitely put that in the comments. And if you guys like any of the stuff that I said, let me know down below, because I always want to know like what you guys are feeling about certain stuff. So yeah, I think that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey guys, if you like this video, why don't you leave a like, and make sure you subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you guys know when I always upload.